not a penis sucker. It's German. Anyway, he died of this stuff. He showed up one day all waving around his certificate of death. All smiles and proud, right? And at the ceremony, he stood up from his coffin and he started to dance around like a little schoolboy. Oh, you know what I did? I spat at him. Got him in the face and he laid back down in that coffin. God, I hate the dead. Sorry. No offense to any dead people in the audience. I get a little carried away sometimes. Oh, and now the first exhibit. A song. Need a vice. Do I need to tell you twice? Once was white, but now I'm bright. I need a vice. Thank you. So, here you are watching the show. This is quite the show, isn't it? Well, I mean, I know I've had an interesting experience so far. Oh, sure. You're gonna love it. Well, I was offered this part for a reason, you know. I have a huge array of special talents, as you can see. Oh, exhibit 2 for the court. The deer in the headlights face. Caught! Yeah! Woo! Oh! Meow! 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 Cats! The musical! Hey! Yeah! Woo! Why am I not auditioning for acting roles? I mean, it's not as I said before that I said there's something to say. Well, I have a part in this show, right? I mean, why would I look for something else? This is a great opportunity for me. I mean, who's ever even heard of a 24-hour-a-day acting gig? Oh, yeah, sure, it's tough work, right? Working around the clock. Oh, but the money? Whoa. Yeah, the money is great. Oh. really believe that? Or do you think it's some kind of lie that I woke up next to a flat man? I'm telling you, that's how it went. It is. I mean, you may not want to believe it because you're scared to think it's actually possible, right? But it did happen to me. Imagine your own love returning flat. So, we were married in the small room. You know, it was a hole in the wall, actually. A hole in the wall. It was inside the house of one very fat man and his sister. And they spent a lot of time examining different types of cheese. And I don't mean cheddar or mozzarella, don't be stupid. There were others. There was jalapeno jack cheese. Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Oh.
Camembert cheese. Feta cheese. Coulommiers cheese. That's French. Marble cheese. And there were some others. Yes, there were some others as well. The wedding place. Right. The hole was in their living room wall of the brother and sister who examined cheese. It was approximately 3 feet high off of the ground on the coast of the south wall. The coast of it. It was very difficult to get into, okay? Because the hole itself, look, it was only about 3 centimeters wide. We were married right there. See? I mean, now how could a flat man have been married? He was very quiet then. Why? I mean, he's always been very quiet. He doesn't say much. You know, he's not a talker, as some say. Well, he wouldn't say talk. No, he's something entirely different. He's a different type of cracker. No, he was not interested in cheese. Okay, that was the brother and sister who owned the house where we were married. God, you keep interrupting, and I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I was about to tell you about the most beautiful thing. Yes, the wedding! Oh, God, it was beautiful! Everything was so perfect. We were so in love. Like a pair of unicorn horns, right? Really special. Yes, so we were married in the hole in the wall of the brother and sister who examined cheese, and there was a priest. Do you take this man, Aleksandar Alexandrovich, to be a part of your entirety, a piece of your own flesh, the very mucus that resides inside your nose? I do. And you, do you take this person, Quiche, to be your chisel, to cut you up when you forget to put your shoes in the sewing cupboard, and to make soup sometimes? It's time for you to answer now, Aleksandar Alexandrovich. I do. Then it's settled. In war and peace, you'll be a long time reading. You may now kiss for lies. And then there was after the wedding. This is how I remember it. After Aleksandrovich got flat, okay? You know, bad times. You know what I mean by that? Yes, I'm sure you know what that means, right? And I have had enough! Enough!
You love's the he loves the tattooed man. Oh, the storm leaves and I cry. Each one of them is dead.
Well, after the wedding was a confusing time, too. I mean, I was real lost then. We couldn't find our way together. Out of that hole in the wall, out of that living room hole in the wall, walking through the beams of the house, the holes in the walls like a stink pan. Couldn't find our way at all. Well, I mean, Alexandrovich wasn't much help either. I mean, he didn't even try to suggest which way we might have to go. Oh, but he was more a lover than a talker, okay? I mean, you can't hold it against him for that, for being a lover and not a talker, right? And then we heard what Aleksandrovich whispered was the weirdest thing he had ever heard. I mean, I have to say, I thought it was a bit weird myself. We had pressed ourselves up against the wall on what must have been the main floor of the house, and we could hear these two people talking. They sounded like real old prunes, if you ask me. Like real. Oh. Right? I mean, some people are like me, ageless. But some people are. Oh. Okay, these people, they were those some people. Right? And so we had pressed ourselves up against the wall, what must have been the main floor of the house, and we could hear these two people talking. Aleksandrovich said it was weird, but personally I didn't live there long, only till I was 6 years old, so I remember only small snippets of the motherland. Oh, yes. I was 5 years old, going with my pappy to the special bakery, and we were going on a bus. This was a very crowded bus. I mean, you couldn't even have fit one more person on this bus. That's how crowded it was. And in the center of everything was this woman wearing a very tight red strapless dress, and she was quite bulbous, and she was sweating like a hog, and in the beard in her armpit was glistening under the bus lights, like, right? I mean, yeah, most people would think obscene, right? But there it was, out in the open for everyone to see. And he liked it. You know, the man who spied it. So of course, then he quickly whipped out his penis and stuck it right into that crack. So there he was, thrusting in and out, completely lubricated with her sweat. And the woman is thinking, what is this thing in my armpit? Of course, at first she thinks it's an umbrella handle, right? But then she says to herself, but what is umbrella handle doing in there? And then she sees the red head poking through the labia of her armpit. And she starts to scream, ah! Petite! Petite! And she starts smacking at herself and smacking at herself. But unfortunately for her, she was totally opposite to the rhythm of his lovemaking to her armpit, and she's actually only succeeding in hitting at her arm and making it all red, and now people are starting to make comments, right? Like, youth today will have a sex anywhere, even in armpits. And, oh, don't fight it, lady. When was the last time you had penis in you? But by this time, you know, the guy's finished up and he's caging that thing back up behind his zipper, and people are still making comments. Ought to be a kid again, eh? Oh, but there's lots of things going into Toronto, too. You know, theater shows and that kind of thing. Of course, you know all about that, don't you? I mean, you're here. Oh. Melissa, I'm your favorite actor? Wow. Thanks. Hey, it's the same word for both now, you know? Actor. Actress, they kind of, fade that one out. Went out with the tide, right? Oh, equal rights, right? Got it! Yeah, they pretty much got it now. It's going. I would know. I work in the industry. Guess how many auditions I've done? Go on, guess.
900.
Actually, not quite that many, but close. 714. 714. I do keep all the audition postings up on my wall over there, and I have counted them a few times. 23 times, actually. There's 714 of them. Yeah. Well, there's all kinds of strange things going on in the industry, you know. I mean, the phasing out of words and that, for example. But it's not as much like the red light district as you might think. No, some people even get married. Here! Me! I got married. Red light district, eh? You know, if I'm walking around there by myself at night, I always try to look a bit womanly, right? So they don't try to pick up on me as much. I mean, it seems like when they look at me, their eyes pop out of their head saying, oh, there's someone in need of a good fuck, and they think I will pay them for it. Okay. Those women, you know, they never really seem to be able to tell if I'm a man or a woman, so of course then they try to pick up on me. It really happens. I actually all the time, them women trying to pick up on me and have sex with me. I hate it, right? Because they want to have sex. Hey, good looking. You looking for a good time tonight? What? A good time? Yeah, we can go back to your place if you like. What's your name? Well, my name's Quiche. That sounds, delicious. Yeah, okay. But, hey, you think I'm good looking? Oh, yeah. Really? Oh, I said yeah! Okay, yeah, but, what do you think is good looking about me? All of it, the whole package. Okay! I'm sorry, but yeah, okay, I can't because I was married today. Oh, what a lucky person. Yeah, lucky. So I'm sorry if you're interested in me, but I'm unavailable. Hey, good looking. You looking for a good time tonight? Excuse me. I'm over here. Yes, I'm sorry if you're interested in me, but I'm quite unavailable. Sorry if that breaks your heart. Well, I guess you didn't really hear me say that last bit because there was somebody walking by that she kind of liked too, you know. But I know she was a bit heartbroken that I couldn't go with her. A large bit heartbroken, actually. Well, she wanted more than just the sex with me, you know. But yeah, so I couldn't. There was Alexandrovich, waiting for me at home like a little fresh squeezed strawberry juice. It was really time to race up and squeeze that last bit of juice out of him. Somehow, I kept thinking about that woman. She was pretty. She was really pretty. Excuse me, can you just turn the lights off now? I mean, please, just turn them off. Okay, you can turn the lights back on now. Oh my God. Excuse me, did you turn the lights off? Did you turn them off?
No.
I'm sorry. I mean, what are you, some kind of pervert? I mean, sometimes people need private moments. God, I better say something good now. God, what am I supposed to say? Okay. Maybe I won't remember. Hi! I remember. Are they still married? Can you hear that one laughing? Alexander, could you help me out, maybe? Well, I wish Alexander would play flat. I mean, why do you just have to turn flat like that? Why? John Travolta in that movie. You know the one where he really danced like he had fire in his pants? You know that one? Well, that was Aleksandar Alexandrovich. He danced like such a superstar. Like such a superstar! They're like some kind of army or something. Some great, The cellar door opens. And there's a big, fat lump of cheese looming over it. And the cheese opens up its mouth and it says, sorry, I can't remember what it says. Anyway, what was that all about? Oh, I was going to show you my audition piece, right? Right, it's from Romeo and Juliet by the Shakespeare. It goes, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art... Oh, you heard this one before. Oh, okay, well, I mean, it's not like it matters now anyway, right? I mean, now that I got this huge role. Oh, happy dance. Yeah. Oh. Did I tell you that after Aleksandar Aleksandrovich and I were married, we, he was such a lover. Oh God, we were getting so loud in the middle of the night. I mean, so loud that my neighbor came down and banged on my door. Well, as I said, I live in a room, and this guy lives in the room across the hall, right? The one across the hall. We both live in a room. All right? So, okay. No, not the same room. Aleksandar Aleksandrovich and I live in one room, okay? And this guy who lives in another one, the one across the hall. All right? Okay, so, okay. Yes, that means I'm using the term neighbor very loosely. Okay, so he was actually the across the hall. All right? God. Interrupting. So, we're getting so loud, right? I was screaming real good, like, Aleksandar Aleksandrovich, take off your pants. He was like teasing me real good, you know? I was like, Aleksandar Aleksandrovich, take off all your clothes. He was like a stripper or something, right? And then all at once I hopped on real good, like animals, right? And then we hear, I don't know what you're fucking doing in there, you Care Bears, but you're keeping up the entire house. You'd best be keeping your shrieking down before I call the pussy on ya. It's not me. Damn fucking right, it's you. It's not. It's Tim. No, it must be someone else. Damn, don't be daft. I know it's you. Could be that Scottish guy across the hall. Call him. Oh, you little freak. I'm gonna break your nose. Open this goddamn door. I can't. I'm humping Aleksandar Aleksandrovich right now. Oh, that's it. I'm busting out your pussy number and you're gonna be sorry. Just you wait. Actually, he went on for quite some time like that outside of the door. I mean, I didn't even know what he was saying. Didn't really know what he was saying. I mean, he had a lot of sayings I wasn't quite familiar with. I just, well, you know, I looked at Aleksandar Aleksandrovich in the eyes. He was smiling as usual. We nuzzled into each other. Fell asleep. I rolled onto him in the middle of the night. Oh, I mean, don't worry, I told him I'm sorry, okay? That's how I was with him. He was so skinny. He was just so skinny. I mean, he was practically all bones, right? Oh, I needed one really big bone too. Yes, thank you very much for the audition. That was interesting, but we'll contact you if we want you in this show, all right? Oh, okay, but you think I did well, don't you? I mean, there's not too many auditions these days, so this one counts for a lot, you know? But you think I did well? You think I'm Russian, not Ukrainian. There's a big difference. I thought it was the guy across the hall that said you were Ukrainian. Okay, yeah, it was. That guy, he used to eat the intestines of sheep, you know. Disgusting. I mean, I'm glad he didn't have a big part on the show. Which show was that, Keish? Which show? This one? This one? You mean, well, the show that we're doing right now? Tell me, Keish, do you believe that you're in a show right now? What? What kind of stupid question is that? Well, do you believe you're acting in a show at this moment? Well, of course we are. Don't you see the audience? Where's the audience? Over there. And how many people are there in the audience? Not enough. Too many. I don't know. Look for yourself. Or ask the box office. Tell me, Keish, am I in the show? Hello. You play the doctor. So I'm an actor playing a doctor, is that right? I'm sure you know the answer to that already. You're the one playing it. Well, I'm not sure what to say to that, Keish. Well, then call line. God. And what would happen if I called line? Well, they would tell you. Who would tell me? The stage manager. God, you're acting pretty stupid, doctor. I mean, no offense. Tell you what, Keish, would you mind if I called line right now? Well, go ahead if you can't remember. Very well then. Line, please.
The lines, thank you.
There you go. Thank you. Obviously, I can't believe it. I mean, the script says you call line and then you say thank you for calling line. Are you suffering from memory loss or something? Listen, Keish, I want to tell you something, but I want you to promise to be open-minded about it, all right? Oh, okay, what? Imagine for a moment that there is no audience. We are alone here in my office. Oh, God, here you go with that again. Are you a method actor or something? Tell me again about when you found the flat man in your bed.
Aleksandar, what happened to you? Aleksandar! Somebody help him! He's alive!
Oh, we would have been so happy together. My love, my love, my love. Oh, I'm gonna get you fixed up, my love, okay? You are a man, and I am Keish. All right? I know we make an odd couple. I know people say that. You're a man, a really good-looking man, and I'm... But that's not gonna stop us. Come on, Aleksandrovich. I'm gonna get you out of here. Okay? Don't you worry, my little Pidisky. Don't you worry. I'll take you to the auditorium and I'll get you some food, okay? You probably just need to eat. Oh, that was a really terrible day. Wasn't I going to show you my audition piece? Just lie down here, my little. You can just lounge out. Your arm is bent really weird. Does that hurt? Is that better? Okay. Oh, that's weird. That must feel better. Right? Oh, your arm is dislocated shoulder. Should get that looked at, my love. Oh, yes, my audition piece, right? Okay, picture this. All right, a balcony. It's tall. It's taller than that basketball player that dunks This time, we're going to take another approach. This time, we're going to fly right into their eye! Salty! Oh, they must have been crying before they swatted us out and squished! Ew! Okay, but I'm not actually dead. You thought I was dead, didn't you? No. I mean, Captain Fly is dead, but not me, Quiche. No, I'm still right here with you. You know, I once knew this woman who reminded me an awful lot of a fly. The way her eyes bulged out of her face. Well, I mean, it was actually kind of either like a fly or maybe a fish. I don't know, I can't decide, but either way, it was really unattractive. Her name was Evelyn. She was more of a frenemy than anything, you know, like part friend, part enemy, frenemy. That's definitely what Evelyn was. Son of a bitch, that's what I say, Evelyn. She told me once that I look like a woman. What's up with that? Have you been up to see the peoples of the north? Huh? Yeah, like, whoa! Yeah. Where am I going with all this? Right? Actually, I'm just trying to avoid thinking about him. I mean, I just can't believe this happened. He was such a wonderful person. You know, really special. I mean, to me, at least. Oh, yes. Thank you so much for that audition. Really touching. But we'll contact you if we want you in this show, all right? Yeah, well, maybe I could call you tomorrow, you know, see what the status is. No, don't call us, please. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. No, I won't call. No problem. No, I won't call. Oh, well then, eh? I mean, probably if I would have been in that show, I never would have gotten this huge role. And then who would have had time to marry Aleksandar Alexandrovich, that sweet little peach nectar? Oh, as you know, he's such a quiet man, but better say nothing at all than say something stupid, right? Guess that's where we differ a little. But every relationship has two opposite sides, right? Opposites attract! Something. Right? Alexandrovich! Please! Please! This. An actor. Maybe not the best looking one, okay? Maybe you're not sure if they're a male or a female. But they have all kinds of special talents. They do 714 rejected auditions, and they go home. They're still alone, like always. There's no one to comfort them. But then, their luck changes, and they marry this really great, really charming, perfect man. But then he turns flat. And the actor is completely devastated. They have lost the only man they have ever loved. They go to the doctor, get put into this really small room. Oh, but then they finally get cast for this really great show. 24 hours a day, there was always an audience. They are always in this show. It's the best role in, like, the world. I mean, even though they don't give me pee breaks. It's just that it's so lonely with nights where you're not sure if it's the audition piece at all, because then they tell you it's from Romeo and Juliet, and you think, what the hell? It's just, I mean, then the actor keeps thinking, well, how can they possibly take any more of this pain? They just want to cuddle up with their love. Alexander, could you just rub my back a little? Okay, there's fine. Yeah, sure. What? No, I would never say something stupid like that. What? Yes, I do think you're handsome. Yes, I do. I do kind of like it when your mustache tickles my lip. What? You want to dance? I don't know, you're much better dancer than I am. Alexander, which is really the most handsome man I've ever met. He looks like a movie star. He never really said too much, after he got fat, but he's actually